Welcome back to another episode of Highly Debatable, the channel where we debate today's hottest topics. My name is Ross,
Jordan,
Nick,
Reed, and today we've got a very relevant topic coming up. College football starts back this weekend, so we wanted to do a little something, sports related regarding college football because we want to start doing sports debates each week. So, those sports fanatics that are out there, we're going to start, catering a little more to you. So we're going to do 3 videos a week. One will be sports related, so be looking out for that.
Sure.
So for our inaugural sports video, we're going to do, it's all hypothetical, but is Kyler Murray going to be better than Baker Mayfield was?
Yeah.
And we're
or does he
talking,
even have the potential?
Right. Does he have the potential even? Better
Right.
question. Does Kyler have the potential to be better than Baker Mayfield was in his Heisman winning season?
Right.
So we'll get into it. I guess.
Let's
Anybody
start
want
off
to take
here.
the reins, or
You can go ahead and start them down.
I'll start it off.
an anti-OU fan?
Yep. Got a non-Sooner over here.
Let it be known.
I'm a non-Sooner as well, but Jordan hates OU.
Let it be known
This is so whack.
that I was going to go to Texas. Being from Texas, being in a automatic
See, I knew
admission,
this year.
I was going to do it, but the funds weren't there. What are you saying?
He said they're gonna be like Kansas.
Wait, what?
And
We
probably
talking about-
true.
This?
Probably true.
And
We
we're
got
talking
all
a
that.
huge OU fan right here too.
Yeah.
So there's
Big
some
on
natural bias between those two
Natural
over there.
tension.
Reed's indifferent, and I'm a Virginia Tech fan.
Yeah,
so
so
there's-
that's how we rock.
we don't have any loyalty. This
It
way.
is what it is. So I'm gonna go off and say
Okay.
that Kyler Murray has the potential, but there's a lot of factors
Right.
that play into it.
Right.
Has the schedule already been released? I don't know.
I'm sure it has, because
It depends on how strong the teams were, right?
Mm.
And how he's able to read the defenses and whatnot. Because this is his first year, right?
Right.
So going from high school to college, it's kind of a big transition.
This is his first year. Having the reins of the team.
Yeah.
Exactly, and
Right.
he was just named the starter.
starter.
Right.
So, that's a lot of hype, especially after he signed that the contract,
Yep.
that MLB contract. So this man's got a lot of things going for him, but there's a lot of factors that play into it that will have him surpass Baker.
Yeah.
Because Baker, being a Texas fan, doesn't change this, but Baker was one of the most exciting players to watch, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a reason why he won the Heisman. This man was doing it all. He made it fun.
Yeah.
Most games you're like, hey, it's college football, high scoring games, whatnot, but Baker did something else with the game. Like, you enjoyed watching OU for Baker.
Right.
Yeah, those Baker bombs.
I like his character. Like, people make him seem like the bad guy.
I
But
like him too.
He
Man.
He plays into it,
Right.
and he uses it for fuel. And then at the end of the day, you know where he's from? He's from Austin.
Yep. But y'all didn't want him, so
Hey, that's
he
that's
tried,
a real,
bro.
and
He
that's a
tried.
real dude.
He said,
That's a real dude right there. So
he tried, bro.
Yeah.
I think he has the potential, but right off the bat, there's no way that he's better than Baker. No way, right off the bat.
For sure.
Okay.
All right. So
no way.
all right. So definitely gonna go ahead and say, will he be better than Baker Mayfield? My opinion, no. Does he have the potential? I think he's got pretty much some of the best potential as far as an athlete goes. He's been one of the better athletes to ever come through OU, basically. He's extremely fast. It's insane.
I was watching his,
He is a
his
freak
tape,
athlete.
dude.
He's a freak
oh my
athlete,
God.
dude.
He is a freak
He really is. And going to a D1 school and being a double athlete, that's just in itself tells you enough about this guy. Literally, Sooners baseball is not to be played with either. But you know what I'm saying? They to be able to be like, listen, we're cool with just giving you up for the football season, preseason, and then even some postseason because we're usually doing some things after the season. And then just come to us whenever,
Right.
and just hop in with the workouts and basically just demolish baseball with us too. That's huge. And Kyler Murray, man, I really like this dude. He's very solid. He's got good temperament. He's not like some wild guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Baker, as we learned, had some, some Manziel moments.
Hey man, he got bodied in Arkansas.
I love it though, man. It just, I mean, the dude knows.
He plays into it. I mean,
He plays into it, and he's got a silver tongue, and he's gonna get himself out of pretty much any situation he gets into, and he knows how to talk to, like, as far as the NFL goes, when
he
they
bodied
draft time.
Colin Coward.
Body.
That was so
Yeah.
beautiful.
He
to
bodies
watch,
anybody
man,
that he gets
because
into a debate.
Colin Coward, first of all,
I know you don't.
Yeah, I hate Colin.
Colin Coward, every time he opens his mouth, I have to grit my teeth. The only thing that I will ever even slightly agree with him on is his takes on LeBron. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anything else he says is just stupid.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. I'm like, Colin, do you believe yourself?
Yeah.
Is what you're saying, do you honestly think that could be like,
A thing.
really, yeah,
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Like,
Yeah.
But he invited
So-
Baker on his show, tried
Exactly,
to slander Baker,
yeah.
and then Baker bided him. That was one of the
I
best
feel the
things I've
same
seen.
way for Coward that I feel for Skip Bayless, basically.
Oh,
I actually like Skip better than Colin,
at
honestly.
least Skip is funny.
Man,
Yeah, at least
Skip
he's-
is funny, and
Yeah, it's more of a troll thing, I feel like, with Skip sometimes.
Yeah, it's more, absolutely.
Well, shame.
Colin actually thinks
Bro,
he's
that's
coming
what I
in
was about to
with a
say.
real
Colin thinks he's
thing.
coming up with some just, some crazy new takes that
Yeah.
nobody's ever thought of. And I'm just
You're
like,
no,
you
we
just
thought
sound-
about it, it's just that
Yeah. Exactly. This ain't a hot take.
Yeah, yeah.
You're being stupid. Yeah.
So definitely, that's my stance on it. So just talk about their headspace real quick. And as a former athlete, dude in the gym, I mean, whatever, I'm like just a dude in the gym now, basically.
Mhm.
So we're all former athletes, pretty sure.
Yeah.
And seeing where, and not at that level, obviously, so I don't understand everything that these guys are going through on a D1 level, right? But, you play college ball, you know what I'm saying? I got a fellow wrestler down here, some intense sports. When it gets to that level, you've got to literally be dedicated, man, and you've got to have a plan. And when Baker came to OU, he came with like $1 in his pocket, basically, is like the kind of how I like to say it.
Right.
It's not literally what it was, but he had a dream and he was chasing it.
Yeah.
And he was there to prove himself because Texas didn't want to hear that. They didn't want to give my man a chance, and not the Longhorns, A&M. So,
A&M was tag, bro.
oh, sorry, Tech. I'm sorry, Tech. Sorry, jeez, I'm not a real fan. So Tech, whatever Texas school, wickety wackety, they didn't give him a chance, right? So he came up to us and he was like, look, I'm here. He did what he was supposed to do, kept his head down, worked hard when nobody was looking, has been proven multiple times. There's even that picture that somebody took, and it was literally right after, like, the field's in construction mode, way preseason. We got Baker out here literally hitting sprints on the field, bro. Dude's got a football IQ that is amazing. He knows exactly where his men are going to be when they take off from the line, and he puts the ball where it needs to be.
That's what I'm saying. Did
So-
you see the first? I mean, he was like
It's like chemistry was just like there.
when Dak was throwing it, there's just the composure is just it's already there.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Like
that
he has-
machine movement, bro. Like, they know what's going on. There's no
Like,
jitters. Like,
yeah, he knows.
Right.
and then not to mention he's got like the scramble that's so different than like most. So Manziel was just like doing spins and flips and running
He's
around.
very flashy.
Very flashy. And Baker's just very subtle about it, but he's still making like those weird moves where he's turning around. He's not turning in. He's turning all the way back, almost like a spin move. But it's just very subtle and it's very calculated in the way he does it. And when he needs to get edgy, he gets edgy, as we learned, with the whole cross grab thing. But the biggest thing with Baker and the biggest thing where his head was at was that he was looking to make a name for himself and get to the NFL and get the main thing Baker wanted to do was get a natty title. And so this was the biggest thing on his mind, and that was like his whole reason, right, for being at OU, and he wanted to contribute the best way he could. Kyler Murray, I'm not saying that he doesn't want those things, but with Kyler Murray, where his head's at right now, like if you think about it, you got $1 million in your pocket, you know you're going to be playing professional baseball, and you're basically sticking it out with your team for another year, and you're like, I'm going to just hold it down. And that's kind of where I feel like Kyler's at, and he could slip into kind of that mindset where it's like, man, like for him, it's whatever. You know, however OU season goes this year.
That's what I'm saying. Like he
It's up
has
in
a
there.
second option, so he's not fully.
The second option is just
Baker.
something that most, like 98% of kids dream of, is to do a professional sport and make millions of dollars. So, like he has already accomplished huge things, and so that hunger just isn't there. I see, at least for me. I just feel like he doesn't have that hunger that Baker had, and he's not going to work as hard or be in the film room as much doing the extra things.
See, here's
Okay.
I'll go ahead and.
Dive in there. Dive in there.
Go ahead.
Dive in.
This is where I kind of disagree with you.
That's it.
Right, you're saying
right.
I was about to
you-
say the way you look. I was
right.
gonna
You're
say.
saying you feel like he's not committed to it and stuff like that, or he's not going to be in the film room. He's not going to, you know.
Well, no, that's not.
Well, I know you're not saying that, but you're kind of getting at that you just don't feel like his heart
It's
is
the same
in
incentive.
same same intensity or same drive that Baker did.
Mhm.
And I mean I can see where you're coming from, but I don't agree with it necessarily because you got, like you said previously, you got a man here with a multi-million-dollar contract to go play baseball,
Mhm.
and here he is still saying, hey, hold off on my millions of dollars. I got something to
very
prove
true,
here
too.
on the football field. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So-
a great point to make.
Right.
That is a great point.
So I mean, I feel like he's almost kind of got a chip on his shoulder. He's like, look, I could be, I could be gone already. I could
Yep.
be taking
Yep.
my millions. I could be driving my Range Rover, my G wagon. I could be doing all
Right.
that. But he's gonna stay in college. I mean, and two, it's not like he's just there playing football. That's classes that he's got to take.
Yep.
That's that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's study hall he's got to. He's getting.
But when it comes to that stuff, I mean, they're not.
We're not. Yeah, look.
I mean,
we
but he still
all
has to do
know.
it. But
Right.
we all know what.
It's obviously easier for him, but
But
I
it's
mean,
still like you said,
I
everything
know,
that just
yeah.
comes with being in college.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
so the main point here is that like he could just be gone already and
Yeah.
be
exactly.
right
But
on
he
the
knows
sunset, right?
football.
But so
Right.
this is where I want to come back and revisit what I was saying before. So my main point with that is that these are things that are potentials with him that I could see happening, and not that I would say that he doesn't happen or he's not gonna try or that his head isn't in it.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying, my main point is that Baker was on another level with it.
Yeah, that
And
is
that's
true.
why he had
That's true.
such success, and because he had no other option. It was to do this. He'd already established himself. He's a good quarterback.
Mhm.
He's a good football player. He played well at OU. Now we need to take it to the next level. He wasn't even looking for the Heisman Trophy. That wasn't even on his mind. That just came with it. It was kind of that thing, and then on top of the, just the character that he is, and then the way he holds himself. I'm definitely saying that potential's there.
Right.
It's not gonna happen in my case. I just don't think. And it's not that it's Kyler Murray, 'cause like I said before,
Oh, Kyler's that dude.
yeah, because Kyler's the man
Right.
for it, right?
He's
And-
definitely a better overall athlete.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't see it.
For
I don't
sure.
Oh,
Not
for
even
sure.
close.
Not even a question.
Yeah.
But and that's like a whole part of picture.
Yeah, that's.
So basically, I don't see a lot of other candidates to be in this position that Kyler's in and still have, in my mind, the best potential to be able to do something greater or be better than Baker was, right? So I just think Baker's gonna hold that for a long time until we see somebody else.
I'm gonna
that's
just snowball
past
off
that.
what you said about kind of how Reed was saying that you said you think he could almost at a certain point in the season develop a selfish mindset because he has
It's a potential.
secured. It's a potential. I think he's even. Do you know how freeing that would be to know you have millions locked up?
Oh yeah, bro.
Like to go out on the field every Saturday and just be like,
I could not do this,
right. But what I'm saying is like,
but he's doing it.
He can put his whole heart out on the line. Because what does he have? He doesn't have anything to
that's
lose.
what
So
I'm
why not go
getting
all
at.
out
He doesn't
every
really
single
have anything to lose, whereas Baker had everything to lose.
Yeah. So
That's
he's
true.
gonna be so
Like you
precise
said,
and
yeah.
calculated. Like he's really got to. He doesn't.
So within
He
his
doesn't have
play,
as much pressure. Kyler doesn't. I feel
Right.
like.
Yeah, he doesn't have nearly as much
So
pressure.
he
as
can go out
Baker
there
did.
and
most
just
definitely,
And
yeah.
Baker
I see
was
that.
a walk on. Baker was,
Yeah.
everybody was waiting for him to fail.
No,
He never
and
did.
for sure, but that's my point though.
I was about to
So
say,
that
that
was
makes it exciting.
so that's what's driving my point here is
I
that
see what you're saying.
But
I
yeah,
know
no,
what you're
I
saying.
understand what you're saying. So he doesn't have to worry. The sky's the limit for
He's
him.
got it
He's on
locked
the
up.
field.
yeah.
He can perform and not have to worry about like, oh, if I go all out here, I might fail
Right.
here, whatever. Just do it because it don't matter.
Baker might not make this pass because He's got a starting job on the line, and he's a walk-on.
Right.
Kyler Murray's scholarship, freak nature athlete who's got millions sewed up. He's letting that thing rip.
Yeah, for sure.
If I see you and I think I can make that pass, I'm throwing it.
Right. But as
There's no reason
athletes,
not to.
but
So it's just like one of those. So that just stuff like that just leads to obviously maybe more. It can lead to bad stuff,
That's
but
what
it's
I'm
it
saying.
also
can lead. It
or it can
also-
lead to an 80-yard rocket.
It could, right? But this is my point. As an athlete, as far as playing on the field, that's just like the easy part.
Right.
Before you've got your practice,
Right.
you got to pay your due diligence. You
Right.
got to pay attention to film. You got to know everybody's route as a QB. You got to be able to handle
That's
these
what I'm saying.
situations. And that was where I'm saying with Baker having everything to lose, he felt like, and he put in all the extra work that was possible to be able to fully optimize himself on the field and have that IQ, and because that's the most important part as far as when it comes to me. When you're leading a team, you're the QB, you're driving the car, you need to know everything that's going on. And so my thing is like, I just don't feel like Kyler is gonna be able to even match that same hunger that he had, and that same drive, and then that same like work and ethic that he's gonna be putting in to the backside. When he gets on the field, it's like, dude, for sure, take that bomb.
Right.
Right.
And that's
'Cause it
what
don't matter.
you're saying, but that still doesn't always lead to results.
Yeah, and for sure.
I've seen some
I just
dudes
feel like
like-
that's more what coaches, and that's more what people are gonna be looking for.
I've
in a
seen
player.
some dudes with crazy hunger didn't get a single start.
Yeah.
You might want to get on the field, but that don't mean you're good enough.
No, for sure.
I mean, I just literally read a report today that Todd Gurley said he wished he would have, he was in the NBA.
Right.
He should have won the Offensive Player of the Year last year.
Yeah.
This man just said he wished he was in the NBA. So obviously
Not
his
built.
hunger is, we
Yeah.
can't really say, that's just one, statement, but we can't
For
really
sure.
sit
I
here
just
and
feel
say
like
that,
the success rate, the success that Baker had was based off of all of the little things that he was able to do, right? And so that's where I'm going back, and I'm like, that's where I feel like Kyler isn't gonna, like, it's just not he's not gonna be able
There's a lot of things
to
that
match
can match
that.
up. for
He's not gonna be
Kyler.
able to match that for sure.
but the hunger to me doesn't necessarily,
Hunger or not, whatever it is.
that's not really a
whatever's
factor
going
to
on.
me if he's going to be better
So-
than Baker.
So
It's
you're
just,
saying Kyler's going to be better? What's your stance?
Yeah,
you
so
still
let's
haven't
go-
said your
let's get
stance.
to you.
is he
Let's see
going to
what's
be
going on.
better? I'll still say no. I'll still stay on that
Mhm.
because it's just so hard. He won a Heisman.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
There's really not much better.
Oh
you
no,
can
if we're
get,
talking accolades,
you know.
yeah, for sure.
There's really not much better you can get than a Heisman. So to sit here and say he's gonna be better, that's kind of.
Let's get the Heisman in the natty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to see if he wins a Heisman first.
Right.
Then I can be like, was he a better quarterback than Baker?
I feel like the potential is there for him to at least be somewhat, close to as good as what Baker was.
For sure.
I feel
And
like
at the
he,
end,
Right.
at the end of the day, he
Yeah.
still signed a
Right.
$4 million
Right.
contract.
Right. And I say
And that's
I say the
even more
potential is so high just because like you were saying, I've seen so many guys, athletes fold to pressure.
Oh,
Oh,
I
for
don't
sure.
know.
And Kyler has none.
yeah.
absolutely none.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
No pressure. Because if he comes out, ain't really playing that hot, kind of flops,
Hey,
Whatever.
if that
4.6
deuce is-
million.
Well,
If
and
that
he
deuce
knows this is his 1 year too. So
Yeah,
it's
and he's
not
only
like-
got 1 year.
So he doesn't
Yeah.
have to try and, man, I got to produce this season so I can get that
Right.
starting job next
Right.
season.
He's not even looking at next. He's not
Yeah,
looking at
exactly.
anything else except each week.
So I mean,
Yeah.
his only focus is literally this season is for when it comes to playing football. So I mean, he's got literally nothing else on his plate other than this upcoming season.
The only person, and it sounds cliche, but the only person he has to compete with right now is himself.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was clean.
And I-
It
Yeah,
was, but it literally, it's so true. I can't think of anybody else that's been more true for than him because he's gonna be the starter. So all he has to do is come out and produce, and he's gonna remain the starter.
Yeah.
And we've seen some wishy-washy quarterbacks, start the whole season for OU.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like Reed said, he's got one season. Whether
Yeah.
he's Heisman caliber or he's just average,
Yeah.
So-
that's his
Anything.
that's his
Won't
one
matter,
season.
man. Yeah,
So,
of course.
Will I say so? Do I say he's gonna be better? No, because like I said, that's just such a tough question. If Baker wouldn't have won a Heisman, if he wouldn't have done this, this, and this, then I could be like, okay, yeah, he'll be better. But I mean, men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Numbers will not lie. So.
Numbers don't, and we've seen the
And what's
numbers.
good and what's
We
cool
saw
about
it.
Baker is that he's
So-
still excelling because usually at this point it's kind of where you see that hype die
right
a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
He's still all over.
Right.
It's just like
Yeah.
Baker's literally like a trending
Yeah.
topic.
So just from a collegiate standpoint, not even factoring what he's been doing so far in the
purely from the collegiate
just from a
standpoint.
collegiate standpoint, it's hard to say that Kyler's going to be better, but
I think
like
the
said,
potential to be as good is there.
The potential is there. We're not.
I mean, it's not like we
Yeah.
haven't seen him on the field either.
Yeah.
Because I've seen
This
him on the
man's
field.
tapes are
Yeah,
insane.
we've seen glimpses.
We've
Well,
seen it.
I mean, even at OU, we've seen
Oh,
Well, one thing
times
that
he did get on the field. We've
He's
seen
getting on the field, yeah. And he's
We've seen some touchdowns.
literally the first play, he just tucks it and runs for like 60 yards.
one thing that I feel like is also kind of going to hinder Kyler Murray from being as good as Baker Mayfield is he's literally only got 1 year. You know what I mean? Baker had 2 years
Yeah.
to develop his skill,
Yeah.
And hone his
That first
talent.
year, like,
2 years,
wow, that
that's the
Baker
start of
dude
it,
is
yeah.
hot.
Right, because his
Yeah,
first year,
pretty-
they're like, man, he's great, but then that second year, he just took it to a whole nother
That's a
level.
great point too. That's tough because we're just going off a single season. He would have to have like Cam Newton type year.
Yeah.
Right.
Cam
exactly.
Newton, one season,
Yeah.
national championship, Heisman
See you
winner,
later.
first overall draft pick. Or
Yeah.
yep, he was first because Von Miller went second.
Yeah.
So we're talking.
Wow.
You- And that's what I'm saying. What quarterback have we,
And that
seen
man
in the
is
last
like-
how many years that played one season in the SEC
Yeah.
Right.
and did what Cam Newton did?
Can't
So.
a monster. He's
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up this episode of Highly Debatable. It was a pretty solid topic for our first sports
For
video,
sure.
so be looking out for more of those. If you have any ideas, anything sports debatable, it doesn't.
Big up sports.
Big up sports. Hey,
Get at us.
looking
A-Mo.
for-
Shout out A-Mo.
Yep,
Shout out
there it
Armand.
is, guys. Tuned in every week. We're looking for a collab very soon.
My
So,
boys.
it doesn't even have to be, your general sports. It could be ESPN 8 to Ocho.
Spike ball,
yeah,
cornhole.
Spike ball. We watched the cornhole, national championships.
Y'all want to talk
a couple
golf?
weeks ago.
Let's talk
So-
golf.
So it can be
I'm there.
anything crazy. We're here to talk sports,
Yeah.
and debate whatever.
Tigers
it is.
on the
So,
comeback, man.
Yep. Hey, so drop some comments in the comment section. Let us know what you'd like to see debated. Go ahead and like, subscribe. Don't forget to share this video. My name is Ross,
Jordan.
Nick.
Reed.
and we're out.
Deuce.